Federal retirees face delays in receiving key tax reforms from OPM. As the April tax deadline approaches, some federal retirees say they are still waiting for a document that for years arrived as a matter of routine. It hasn't been delaying and its delay hasn't been experienced. That is the Form 1099R. This comes from the Office of the Personnel Management. The Office of the Personnel Management, that is the OPM, says the form, that is which reports federal retirement related distributions, is required for filing income taxes. And for the past years, OPM mailed paper copies to the annuitants by the end of January. But after a policy change implemented last year, retirees who have an email address associated with their retirement services online account now receive the document only in digital form, unless they specifically request a paper copy. And for the ones without an email address or online account are supposed to receive a paper form automatically. But currently, this has experienced a delay. The delay that is making people be nervous. Tax filing deadlines are fixed, and the penalties for the late or inaccurate returns can be significant, Even limited administrative delays can create pressure for retirees who depend on timely documentation. At the Capitol Hill, some lawmakers have written a letter that was on Monday to the OPM director, that is Scott Cooper, that they had a lot of complaints from numerous constituents who said they had not received their Form 1099R or annuity statements even after waiting. Well, that is, they have waited beyond the maximum 2 weeks delivery window communicated by the agency staff. That's what they are saying. So this has raised a lot of concerns at Capitol Hill, whereby lawmakers had to write to the OPM director, that is Scott Cooper, relating the complaints that people are raising about the delay for the Form 1099R, and it has been delayed for a maximum of more than 2 weeks. That is known for delivery window, which is always communicated by the agency, And the letter that was written by the representative, that is James, that's a Democrat of Virginia, and Frank Pallone, that's a Democrat of New Jersey. They were trying to urge the OPM, the Office of Personnel Management, to try and expand access options for retirees and to clarify the reasons for the delays. They just wanted to be clarified, so that they can be able to tell their constituents what is happening, what is causing these delays, that people haven't received the forms, or what is really happening. But in an email, a statement that is from Pinova, an OPM spokesperson, he said that the agency had made the forms, that is 1099R forms, available digitally with a one-click access, and had eliminated the need for a PIN to sign in. So they say that the form has been provided digitally, and there is no need, there is no need for a pin even to sign in. And she advised retirees awaiting the paper copies to allow for about 10 days for mail delivery. So they're also offering the mail deliveries for the form 1099R. And if it's for a mail delivery, it's just to wait for about extra 10 more days. And anyone without a retirement service online account, they are mailed a paper copy. That was said by Pinova, adding that some deliveries may have been delayed by recent winter storms in Washington, D.C. and northeast regions. So, Pinova, who is a spokesperson at OPM, was trying to clarify the complaints that were raised by the lawmakers that they had from the constituents that these forms are getting delayed. And Pinova has explained that because it's winter, the problem with the delivery and the movement because of snow may have caused the delays, and the people shouldn't be worried because even if it's for the mailed ones, it will be delivered. And also digitally, they are trying all their means to make sure that everyone gets their form. Advocacy groups for retirees are saying that the difficulties extended beyond weather-related disruptions. So the advocacy groups that try to check about the employees are saying that the cause of winter or the snow problem should not be extended or be said that weather is related disruptions about the forms being delivered. And the National Active and Retired Federal Employees Association, this is the one that represents the federal retirees, said that many of its members have been unable to obtain their forms in the recent weeks. So many members of many federal retiree members of the association have raised the complaint about not receiving the forms in the recent weeks. And that's an issue, because when many people are complaining, it seems there is a problem that is going on that need to be addressed. So the National Active and Retired Federal Employees Association members have been sharing the same stories of OPM's failure to provide 1099 Rs, that is the forms, in a timely manner. It's not the first time they have been causing this delay. It has not been happening at the right time that is required. This a guy called John Horton, who said that the group staff vice president for the policy of the programs, he said that retirees cannot request mailed copies by phone and are often unable to reach a representative at a OPM Retirement Services Center. So the OPM office, the service center, it is also not very active in replying to people's complaints and also checking what people are trying to complain about about these forms, because once the delivery is not happening for these forms and the people are not receiving these forms, definitely they should have a service center whereby they raise their complaints and their complaints are checked. But that's not happening. The lawmakers described similar experience in the letter, noting that retirees who call OPM's customer service line frequently encounter long waiting time or an automated message stating that because of high call volume, the agency is unable to take their call, directing them to the website instead. So it seems that even the OPM service center is not active. And these are the complaints that people are raising, because once the forms get delayed, they are not even able to know what is happening because the service center is not working, appropriately towards them. So this is the issue. If you are new here, kindly do subscribe, follow for more updates about what's really happening of the retirees forms, especially the 1099R. that has really been giving people headache because of delays that are not well understood. Thank you.